What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. It looks like things are getting really ugly between Keke Palmer and who we thought was her on and off again boyfriend, but apparently they are off. And she is now filing for full custody of their 8-month son. And I couldn't be more stunned by this because full custody to me is extreme. I feel like it's not always in the best interest of a child. Typically, a child has some kind of a shared custody agreement. So for her to be seeking sole legal custody and for Darius Jackson, the baby daddy, to be left with nothing just 8 months after the birth of their son, that seems like, I don't know, some stuff really hit the fan. And she, I guess in her mind, wants to protect her son the best way that she can. And perhaps that means really seriously limiting the parental rights of Darius. Either way, yikes. So this is a breaking news story that was just published by Page Six a couple of minutes ago. And so they're saying, listen, she had the opportunity to give Darius joint custody of Leodis, but she chose not to. And not only that, but Keke Palmer also selected that she would like for the quote, reasonable expenses of pregnancy and birth to be paid to her, but that the two of them would be responsible for their own legal fees when it comes to battling this situation. So I just want to back on up to that thing about the reasonable expenses of pregnancy and birth. I mean, if that man was with you the whole time, like, was he not sharing in these expenses at the time? And if not, why were you knocked up by a man who can't even like help support you while you're pregnant, girl? Like, what happened here? I don't understand what is with these famous Black women and not even marrying down, because they're not even marrying a lot of the times. Having kids with these random guys who are, I'm sorry, but like way out of their tax bracket in a negative way. Like, what is this? I still don't know what it is that Darius does. I don't know if he's got a great income or not. They say he's a fixed fitness instructor, but is that kind of like an Instagram model? Is that a real thing or no? I'm not sure. But, I'm still curious. They were a couple when they were pregnant and everything, when she was pregnant and everything. So why would it be that he was not helping with the expenses of her pregnancy and birth? It's not like she got knocked up by a random guy, did a paternity test, and now she's like, okay, I want back pay on this. Like, the whole thing is wild to me. If any of you guys are in the legal field, definitely please do feel free to chime in with your expertise or your knowledge about this, because I do find that to be rather strange. I'm also curious about the child support situation as well. So according to Page Six's documents, the documents note that the court may make orders for child support and issue an earnings assignment without further notice to either party. So I guess if Keke, even though Keke is the one who makes substantially more money between the two of them, um, she might be receiving child support from Darius because she's going to be the one who is the sole guardian of this child legally, right? Which means that she would have the vast majority of the time with the child, which means that Darius would have to contribute financially, even though he makes a lot less, because Keke would be taking on pretty much 100% of the parenting expenses, and she seeks to sort of even it out by having him pay some kind of child support. So this isn't surprising to me that they didn't make it after the weird kind of disrespectful tweets that Darius made about Keke Palmer enjoying herself at an Usher concert. It just gave, incel energy, even though he's obviously not an incel. He was, in a relationship with Keke Palmer, but that's the vibe it gave. Incel / men going their own way, red pill, just like garbage. And then most recently, just over a week ago, we're talking 8 days ago, Darius took to his Twitter to claim that being betrayed by someone you loved really changes your mindset. And thank God and keep it pushing. So to me, when I kind of read that, it kind of feels like perhaps he is intimating that Keke could, I'm jumping to this conclusion. It's not the truth. It's just the conclusion that I'm personally jumping to. But to me, whenever someone is talking about being betrayed in a relationship, I see it as like a cheating thing, an affair thing. So that's kind of like the inkling I got here, but that might not be the truth. Maybe he feels like Keke betrayed him by not standing up enough for him when the whole internet was dragging him for his incel tweets about her enjoying herself at the Usher concert. It really could be a multitude of things. So those are just my two best guesses excuses for the moment. He had also on the same day tweeted, "Nobody apologized for how they treated me. They just blamed me for how I reacted." But how did Kiki treat you? By dancing at a concert? Is that what you're talking about? That was so wrong. That is a betrayal of you and everything, that you would need to destroy your home, blow your home up for? Is that what's going on? Because if so, that is super duper lame. Honestly, it just makes me so sad, the amount of kids that will never grow up knowing, what it's like to have two parents in the same home. I don't know. It just feels so sad. This kid's only 8 months old, and this is already happening. I wish people would be smarter about who they have kids with, because this whole thing is just a mess. But at the end of the day, Keke Palmer is taking care of business. She wants to make sure that she has her, in my opinion, her son's best interest in heart. And to her, that means having sole custody. Listen, if I almost said Leodis, but if Darius is anything like I saw on Twitter with the type of stuff that he was tweeting and the things that he was liking and retweeting, Kiki is in for a fight. He's not just going to throw his hands up in the air. I personally think, because again, I don't believe he makes a substantial amount of money, I think he's going to fight in order to be the one to be paid child support. So he's going to be fighting, in my opinion, for 50-50 or joint or something like that, and for child support from Keke Palmer. So she's about to pay. Listen, Steve Harvey told this girl, he said, "Kiki, you are such a successful woman. You are such a beautiful woman. You're a talented woman. You're a young woman. I've got many men who are on your level. They are handsome. They are successful. They are ambitious, and they're in your tax bracket. Why won't you let me hook you up with one of them?" And what did Kiki say? "No, Steve, it's all about the personality. It's this, I don't care about money. My man could be completely broke." And now look, you got to go to court for this man to help pay for a pregnancy that you carried out while you were dating him. Like, what is that? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Where was his wallet this entire time? I don't know. The whole thing is just weird, but I hope she learned her lesson, and I hope she levels up in her next relationship, because there really is no reason for all of these beautiful, successful, stunning, talented Black women to be settling like this. It really hurts my heart, you guys. I can't. And I just love Keke Palmer so much. She's truly come into her own these past few years. I loved when she was hosting that morning show with Michael Strahan and what's the lady's name? I forgot her name, but she was a lovely lady as well. So this is definitely not shade towards her, but she was doing wonderful with that. Of course, with the movies, I didn't love the movie Nope. I'm going to be honest with you, even though I love Keke Palmer and Jordan Peele and Daniel Kaluuya. But she had that going on. She'd been releasing music. She's got her podcast I listen to every now and again. She was doing great on all of these web shows that she was doing interviews at, like all of that, just to, settle so hard. Anyway, girl, good luck. I really hope this turns out well for herself and her son, and for the baby daddy as well. I hope he doesn't drag her through the mud, because I feel like he's going to be out for blood with her. If he's saying that he feels betrayed, he feels like he was treated like garbage, he feels like he was disrespected, and he is way below your tax bracket, and he can potentially get a good, cute coin having child support off of you, get ready, girl. Get ready. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.